everyone. You are welcome to my channel, Akeem Ola. We have another question to solve today. And this question is on the exponential equation. Let's do justice to the question on the board now. We have this to solve. Solve 5 raised to the power of x plus 5 raised to the power of minus x is equal to 2. How will I solve this question? For me to solve this question, I am still going to apply law of indices to solve it. If I apply law of indices to solve this, I am going to have 5 raised to power x plus 5 raised to power minus x is equal to 2. If I simplify this further, I will have 5 raised to power x plus 1 all over 5 raised to power x is equal to 2. From here, I have applied the law of indices, which says a raised to power minus 1 is equal to 1 all over a. That is what I applied here. So from there, I can just write let p is equal to 5 to the power of x. If I apply this, that means anywhere I come across p from the question, I am going to represent it with p. So from there, I will have p plus 1 all over p is equal to 2. So I can find the LCM of here. If I should find the LCM of 1 and p is p. 1 in p is p times p. I have p squared. Plus p in p is 1 times 1. I have 1 is equal to 2. So from here, I can cross multiply. So if I should cross multiply, I will have p squared plus 1 is equal to 2p. And that will give me p squared minus 2p plus 1 is equal to 0. So where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Let's see. We now have a quadratic equation on the board, of which we can use any of the method of solving quadratic equation to solve it. Which method should we use now? Let's try and use, because normally we are to look for two numbers that will multiply itself together, that will multiply themselves together to give us plus 1. And this particular number we are talking about, when they are added together, it should give us minus 2p. I'm looking at 1 and 1. That means if I should consider 1 and 1, then I'm going to have p squared minus 1p, which is p, minus p again. Then I have plus 1 is equal to 0. Normally, I use 1 and 1. That is minus 1 and minus 1. When you multiply minus 1 and minus 1 together, you have plus 1. And when they are added together, you are going to have minus 2p. So here, I can now pair them together. If I should pair them together, I'm going to have p into p minus 1 minus, what is common here? I have minus 1. Then I also have p minus 1 is equal to 0. So my p now will now be what is inside this bracket. So I'm going to have p minus 1 into p minus 1 is equal to 0. So from there, I can now have p minus 1 is equal to 0, which is the same with the other one. This implies my p now will now be 1 twice. Or if you notice from the original question, p was not in the original question. We are the one that introduced the p into the question. So we have to go back to the relationship between p and where it is used from the question. But don't forget we said let p, so I can write but p is equal to 5 raised to the power of x. P is equal to 5 raised to the power of x. That means I have to go back to this question. I am going to have 5, here I have p is equal to 1. So I'm going to have 5 raised to the power of x is equal to 1. What value of 5, what power will 5 raised to for me to get 1? That means my 1 now will be equal to 5 raised to power 0, because the base here is 5. So the base here too must also be 5. So if I should simplify this, 5 raised to power 0 will surely give me 1. So I'm going to have 5 raised to power x will now be 5 raised to power 0. The 5 will cancel. So my x now will now be 0. Don't forget, the 1 is twice. So I'm going to have twice there. So From the question, they said we should find the value of x. So the value of x now will now be s is equal to 0. I am going to stop here for now. Then we take it up from here next time. But before I go, I am begging you, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also broadcast my channel to the people around you. I am very, very sure they are going to gain one or two things from it. Let's stop here. We take it up from here next time. God bless you. Thanks.